Organizations often struggle with a quiet tension, the desire to care for people and the pressure to deliver results. When that tension goes unnamed, leaders treat it as a trade-off and systems begin to fray. The real issue is not choosing between care and performance. It is understanding that two distinct disciplines, tending and stewardship, are at play. When we separate them clearly and connect them deliberately, organizations become both humane and coherent, capable of moving fast without losing their integrity. There is a pattern I see repeatedly in organizations. Teams move fast, results look strong, and over time people quietly burn out. Or the opposite happens. Teams feel cared for, conversations are thoughtful but direction drifts, standards soften, and accountability erodes. Most leaders experience this as a painful trade-off between care and performance, between speed and integrity. That framing is wrong. The real problem is not balance. It is a category error. We collapse two fundamentally different disciplines into one and then wonder why the system becomes noisy, cynical, or brittle. Healthy organizations do something more precise. They separate tending from stewardship, and then they connect them deliberately, so present health and long-term integrity reinforce each other. That is not philosophical. It is operational. Let me define the terms clearly. Tending is a lived local discipline that exists inside the work. It is how teams care for people, interfaces, and learning in real time. Tending shows up in one-to-one conversations that check human rhythm, in retrospectives that convert stress into learning, and in boundary conversations that repair handoffs before trust breaks. Its purpose is simple but essential. It keeps work humane and sustainable in the present. Stewardship is different. Stewardship is enterprise guardianship across time. It protects identity, ethics, and long-horizon commitments that cannot be renegotiated under pressure. Stewardship converts values into non-negotiables through codes of conduct, decision thresholds, escalation paths, and governance that holds when conditions tighten. Tending is practice. Stewardship is guardianship. They live in different frames. Tending operates inside the tripod of work, tasking, trusting, and tending, where autonomy is enacted moment by moment. Stewardship operates inside the triad of direction, management, leadership, and stewardship, where the organization safeguards reliability, direction, and continuity across time. When leaders confuse these frames, care turns into bureaucracy and values turn into slogans. When they connect them, the organization gains principled speed. The distinction becomes clearer when we add time. Every organization operates across three horizons simultaneously. The present horizon focuses on performance and system reliability. The future horizon focuses on transformation and change. The enduring horizon protects identity, legitimacy, and long-term trust. These are not phases. They are concurrent lenses. Tending dominates the present. It keeps people, interfaces, and learning healthy enough for performance to hold. Stewardship dominates the enduring. It protects what must not be traded away even when short-term pressure rises. Understanding this prevents another common mistake, applying the wrong discipline to the wrong context. Decision context matters. Not every situation requires tending, and not every tension belongs with stewards. The four quadrants of decision-making help here. When work is known and controlled, tending supports execution and continuous improvement. When work is unknown but still controllable, tending enables learning through structured experiments. When consequences cross horizons or control drops, through regulation, market rules, crises, or legitimacy, risks, stewardship must activate. This keeps care in the right hands and guardianship where it belongs. The real power comes from how these disciplines are linked. Stewardship sets the frame first. It names the few commitments that are not negotiable: safety, fairness, integrity, no retaliation, and translates them into artifacts that shape decisions. Guardrails, escalation paths, and decision thresholds make values operable in the flow of work. Within that frame, tending applies those guardrails locally with human judgment. It is not compliance. It is skilled care under constraint. Just as importantly, tending produces ground truth. Retrospectives surface where values are under strain. Boundary meetings reveal where interfaces are tearing. After-action reviews expose incentive conflicts and decision ambiguity. When those signals travel upward through clear channels, stewardship can respond. Policies are revised. Incentives are realigned. Risk posture is recalibrated. This is the difference between symbolic values and real system repair. Without tending, stewardship becomes abstract. Without stewardship, tending becomes emotional labor inside a system that will not change. Think in two repair cycles. Tending is micro-repair. It is the relationship reset, the clarified handoff, the small correction that prevents fray from becoming failure. Stewardship is macro-repair. It redesigns decision rights, resets incentives, rewrites covenants, and changes the architecture of accountability. You need both cadences, and you need a channel between them. When leaders get this right, teams move faster because boundaries are clear. Trust is real, and the system repairs itself at both local and institutional levels. So here's the reflection I will leave you with. Care does not scale by asking people to try harder. It scales when stewardship gives tending a clear frame, and integrity does not endure through slogans. It endures when tending keeps it lived every day.